How Tom Holland went from being a ballerina to Spider-Man.
Shall we talk about the career of Tom Holland?
Yes.
Talk to me about how it all began, because I imagine, me included, when I was younger, I always wanted to put shows on for my family. I always wanted to show off in front of them.
Yeah.
And they were very much like, sit down and shut up. Were you that kid? Did you like putting shows on when you were younger? And did your parents actively encourage it?
My parents were so encouraging with like anything we wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was always very creative and like I loved dancing. My mum has this video of this. Every time this Janet Jackson song would come on as a baby, like I would lose it. And I think she noticed that I would lose it, but in time with the music.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, oh, wow, like he has like natural rhythm. So she started sending me to dance classes.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And it was like a street dance class. And the bit I loved the most was at the end of the session when they would let you come up with your own stuff.
Right.
So they'd say like, you do the routine, and then the last 2/8 of the song, you can improvise or come up with your own stuff.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. I thought it was fun. It was athletic. It was just a really cool way of expressing yourself. And then one year we did a show at White Lodge, the ballet school, and the headmaster of the school watched just because it's his school and sort of said that kid would make a great Billy Elliot. And he linked me up through the casting agent to go and audition. I went to an open audition. My parents, we never thought I would ever get the job.
How old were you then, Tom?
I was 9. And it was just like a fun thing to do. The open auditions were like a workshop. You would go and you would dance and you would meet people and sing and all that sort of stuff. And I think my parents just saw it as a fun opportunity to just go and have a good day out. Yeah, and if anything comes out of it, then great. I obviously got the part, but years later, I auditioned for about a year and a half. Wow. They would send ballet teachers to my school, which was a tricky thing. I went to like an all-boys rugby school, and then like I would be the kid doing ballet at the gym at lunch, which made my school life quite difficult.
Sure, yeah.
But then as I graduated and got into Billy, my whole life changed, and I found this world of performing and acting and working on stage with adults, which was an amazing thing for me to sort of learn about discipline and professionalism. I remember coming back to school after Billy, and the teacher was like, "Right, shut up," and no one was quiet.
Yeah.
And I do remember thinking like,
Yeah.
"You just want us to be quiet."
What's wrong with these people?
Supposed to told.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with just performing and being on stage, and acting was never something I wanted to do. I was doing the show, and an agent came to see the show, and she signed me. And again, my parents were a bit like, there's no harm in signing with an agent, but they were never the types of parents that were like, we should get him an agent. We need to get him auditioning.
They weren't pushy or anything. Yeah.
In no way, shape or form. So then she put me up for an audition. Again, I went along. I was lucky enough to get it. And then when I left Billy, my whole family and I were shipped off to Thailand to shoot this film. The film was a great success. And even then, it was just a hobby. It was just something that I did as a kid until I was finishing my GCSEs. I was deciding on whether I wanted to go to college or not, what kind of education I wanted to get. And I just sort of decided to just go all the way with acting and see where I could take it. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's been amazing.
Sure.
If you made this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.